I am PixelPia, and this is Creative AI Explorer. Today we're starting my new series that I call X versus Y versus Z. In this series, 3 AI tools take on the same task, one phase at a time, and you are invited to experiment right along with me. Across 8 episodes, we will move through images, writing, video, voice, and the final short film. And before we dive in, a quick note to anyone that is following along creating your own characters. Some image and video tools, for example VO3, don't allow you to use description of minors when you create. So for that reason, we are going to create an adult character, and I suggest you do the same if you will follow along, so you don't end up in the situation when we start video that you can't use the character you have created. Every story needs a starting point, so today we will start by creating the character. So meet our character, right now just called the failed time traveler, a witty, exasperated woman who tried to invent time travel and almost succeeded. Now she's stuck in the wrong era, the wrong outfit, and possibly the wrong timeline. So she documents her surroundings like a scientist. Try to make sense of this primitive AI world. And occasionally she breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to us. She is brilliant, funny, slightly burnt out, and stranded in the wrong century with a broken time device and a good attitude about it. And each of our AI tools will receive the same description today. With that said, let's move over to my computer. Our tools are Nano Banana here in Gemini, MidJourney, and ChatGPT. And we will send the same prompt. And the prompt says, create a full body portrait of a woman in her early 30s, a brilliant but slightly disheveled scientist stranded out of time. She wears practical clothing mixed with odd anachronistic touches, a chronometer on her wrist, a notebook filled with equations. Her expression shows curiosity, irritation, and a spark of humor. Soft cinematic light, warm tones, atmosphere of curiosity and confusion. And I will start by sending it to ChatGPT because that's the one that usually takes the longest to create. We're going to send exactly the same to MidJourney, and we're going to make all of these a square for now. And I'm turning personalization off, as you can see, so we just have the prompt and MidJourney's own interpretation. And the final one is the same in Nano Banana using Gemini. Before we look at the images, let me make a prediction based on my experience with these tools. I think that MidJourney will deliver the most polished cinematic look, but Nano Banana might capture the personality better. So now let's look at the results. Here we have Nano Banana, and this might very well be our broken time traveler. In MidJourney, we, as I suspected, have a more cinematic image, and MidJourney has the advantage of giving us 4 alternatives. So if this is your preferred image, tell me which one of the 4. Here we have the first one, the second one, the third one. She has a pretty funny expression at least. And the fourth one, she looks a little bit too scared, I think. But me personally, I like the third. Now let's see what ChatGPT created. Oh, that's not bad. I'm surprised. I didn't think that ChatGPT would create something this interesting. Oh, this will be really hard. If I could be bold here and pick this one as the representative from MidJourney. So we have this one from ChatGPT, the big surprise for me in this episode. We have this one from MidJourney, and we have this one from Nano Banana. I think this one is a little bit more humoristic than the other two. This one is a surprise. It shows humor, but it's also a more dramatic, cinematic scene. But the biggest surprise today must be ChatGPT. It's missing some of the odd gear that we had in Gemini here, in Nano Banana. We have this in MidJourney. One of them will be our failed time traveler. And whichever one we decide to go on with, we will make some images of her in different poses and different clothes to see how well the 3 different image tools can keep her likeness. But that's in my next episode. If you're following along, creating your own character using any AI tool that you like, remember to keep them adult, unique, and full of personality. In my next episode, we will test variations, new poses, outfits, and moods for the character that you voted for the most, before we then step into the writing phase. I am PixelPia, and this is Creative AI Explorer and the series X versus Y versus Z. Thank you for watching, and I see you in my next video, where we will try to create variations for this character. And as always, stay curious. Bye.